Make sure you're not getting yourself into anything that you can't get yourself out of, but I think you'll be all right. Welcome to Promethea Yoga. My name is Alina, and this video is for you if you struggled to get your head off of the ground in full wheel. Know that all of our bodies are extremely unique though, so if you want me to look at your specific body and see what's happening for you, I would be happy to help. Number one thing that I find that is the issue for people is that their hands are too close together. So I don't know why yoga teachers are always telling people to like touch your fingers to your shoulders. That is going to make it really hard if you have tight shoulders. So normally it's either strength or mobility that are the issues for full wheel. So I'll give you the options for how to improve your likelihood of being successful if either of those two issues are the issue for you. So first, again, we'll be in our bridge pose with the feet hip width distance apart, or maybe a little bit wider. Feet wider than hip width will make it slightly easier for you to lift up, makes it less intense on the low back. And then when our hands are back here with the fingertips pointing towards the shoulders, oftentimes people are doing it like real close to their head. So you want your hands to be at least like shoulder width distance apart, and you could try with the hands even wider. You also might try with your feet a little bit further away from your hips to give yourself more length. That'll make it a little bit more gentle on the low back as well. A lot of people also have trouble getting their heels of the hands to the ground, and that's actually okay. It's okay if the heels of the hands are not all the way on the ground. You can actually just roll onto the hands as you come up. So first, lift your hips up, feet planted, get yourself mentally prepared. Back bends our nervous system work more than anything. Don't freak out, stay calm. Then, with your fingertips pointed towards your shoulders, but maybe shoulder width distance apart, we'll see about just getting the head to the ground. And this is already can be a lot, so you could even just try to get like the shoulders up off the ground. But ultimately, we'll try to get, and again, see how my heels of the hands are off, and that's okay. And I can just roll onto them as I come up. So then we'll try to get just the top of the head to the ground here. And if this is already where you were at, then again, maybe your hands were too close together. You can take them a little bit wider, depends on how wide your shoulders are. And then you might already just have success with that. And it's okay if the elbows stay kind of bent. And you can also take the hands even wider to help with tight shoulders. And then just make sure that you're coming down nice and gentle if you made it. So that way we're not hurting our heads or necks or anything like that. I lost the last video that I took, so now I'm in a different outfit. This option is going to be better for you if you are working on strength. It also could be helpful for mobility, but this one probably the best if you're working on strength, but could be good for both. So you'll need a chair for this option for support, and it'll need to be a chair that does not have any arms on it, and ideally this cushion here could be nice and not too hard, but you know, up to you. So what we're gonna do for this one is lay back on the chair lengthwise, and then take your hands overhead. So this could already be a place to just work on mobility if you want and just kind of hang out upside down here. But for the strength building piece of this, what we want to do is scoot ourselves until we're able to get the hands flat on the floor and the feet flat. And it's okay if your heels of the hands are not down again, like I said before, and we're just going to work on pushing up. So now most of your weight is already up, supported by the chair, so you don't have to push as high to get off the ground. So you might just do, 3 sets of 3 here again, lifting and lowering. You can straighten a little bit or a lot, and just work on building strength like that, and kind of getting the muscle memory of what this overhead pushing up is going to feel like. Woo! It could be a doozy, but it's very helpful as sort of a support on your way to pushing up by yourself. Because again, most of the push-up is already done for you. You just have to get yourself slightly higher than the chair already got you. And you could also play with different heights of the chairs. You know, if you're a very tall person, then you might need a taller chair. If you're a very short person, you might need a shorter chair. And you'll figure that out for yourself. And, be careful, go slow. and make sure you're not getting yourself into anything that you can't get yourself out of, but I think you'll be all right. Okay, so another way to make bridge easier strength-wise is to start with your upper body lifted more. So your hands, your shoulders don't have to do as much work. You're already partially the way there. However, having your hands lifted can also make the back bending more deep. So if it's both strength and mobility, this one will be probably harder mobility-wise, but if you have the flexibility but not the strength, then this will be helpful. You could try it either way, just see what happens. So for this one, you want something kind of short, so a chair was going to be too tall. Just something like maybe a stool, but it'll have to be wide. I think a couch like this without any cushions on it is probably a pretty good height, something, maybe like a foot off the ground or something. So we'll start with the upper back and shoulders on here, and then plant your feet, plant your hands for wheel, and you can do kind of the same exact thing where you'll just work on lifting up. Make sure the hands are wide enough for you, not too narrow, and then, try to push. And maybe it's just a little bit, or maybe you can push more. Again, this one will be harder to straighten your arms in, but this could be a good place just to practice some push-ups, just to see, strength-wise, how is that going for you? So again, always do a few reps. It's going to be better, more beneficial for you. The more reps you do to build strength, I would say maybe 3 sets of 3 could be good, because it's also about nervous system regulation. Like I said, much of back bending is just teaching your body that you're not going to die, because your body is like, I'm not made to be upside down, but your cognizant being is like, this is what I would like to do with my body though, and you will be safe. We will protect you. I'll go slow. But the way that we do this is with deep breathing, relaxing the muscles of the face, moving slowly. Injury is much more likely if you are scrunching up, resisting, tightening up, moving really quickly. That's how we get hurt. So make sure that you're able to stay in a nice, calm state before doing this. Maybe do some breath work. I have another pranayama practice on my channel if you need some guidance with some breath work. Highly recommend. And be sure to check out the rest of my channel. I have lots of little one-off stretches like this, half-an-hour practices, full-length practices on my website. And like I said, if you are really about your goals and ready to make it happen, I can also give you one-on-one support online through private yoga lessons. So you can head to my website, promethea.design/yoga, to book a discovery call with me for free to see if I might be able to help you. Let me know. Be well.